Owners of the prison system in America. Profiteering off the prisoners, prime stockholders in Correction Corp of America, funding streams exposed, corporate public-private scheme exploiting, criminalizing vulnerable people. Research from excerpts from letters from jail. From Lynn Sumaltz. I have had many opportunities to educate women on the monetary system of jail. The moment an order is written, whether it's a warrant or a traffic ticket or whatever, the money machine is activated. Every prisoner has a monetary value to our government, whether it is local, country, state, or federal. Bonds are written based on the person's name and social security number, and are sold through brokerage firms such as the A.G. Edwards or Merrill Lynch, who has the contract to sell at all the prison bonds for the city, country, state, or federal prisons. Over 50% of the money market bonds right now are purchased in Japan or China. I have been told by researchers that Walmart and used to be Kmart also purchased these bonds. Walmart mostly doing so by emptying out bank accounts at night. Both companies are fronts for enormous money machines. The way the bond works is that a monetary value is placed on the alleged crime and then factored the way banks factor their money. In other words, if a person is convicted for a felony, the value will be $4 million. The county, city, also state, then multiplies it by 10. So the bond goes out for sale with the prisoner's name and social security number is a short-term promissory note. It's offered at $40 million. Perhaps an investor will offer 40% of the $40 million, or $16 million. Once this promissory note of the face value of $40 million reaches the banks, then it is multiplied again by 200 to 300% and sold as bank securities. For those of you who wonder why the U.S. has more people in prison per capita than any other nation on earth, you'll begin to understand how we can have a weakening economy and still fund wars overseas. It's all based on prisoners. In other words, prisons for profit. Knowing all this and knowing that a prisoner can have a net worth of, say, $10,000 per day in the money markets helped me explain to many bewildered women why they were in jail. We were only merchandise in a warehouse. The storage was pretty cheap. One woman while in jail researched the costs of feeding prisoners per day, which ranged from 74 cents to $2.72 per prisoner per day. Owners of the prison system in America. Owners of the prison system in America, Correction Corporation of America, headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee, owns all private prison systems in America and are selling the commercial paper. How it works? A bid bond is done on Form 24, which comes out of the GSA office, General Services Administration, which is out of GAO, General Accounting Office, which is under the Comptroller General. This Blake bond bid bond is promulgated at the time the Social Security card is issued. When you are arrested, the bond is filled out and they issue a performance bond, which is done from Form 25, and then they do a payment bond, which is Form 25A. The bonds are being underwritten by the banks. This is where the Payne-Rebro Group comes in. The plaintiff and in all criminal tax cases in the USA is the Payne-Rebro Group, as the United States of America. The Payne-Rebro Group is a group of international businesses. The Payne-Rebro Group is providing the securities for the prisons and is selling the bonds and the banks. The ABA, American Banking Association, like Lehman Brothers in New York City, and are the underwriters on the bonds. The banks, the underwriters, is where the money is originally coming from. The Payne-Rebro Group is the prime stockholder in the CCA, Correction Corp of America. Transport rides are also called despair therapy by those who know about them. However, 20 of the largest companies, such as Walmart, Exxon, General Motors, Ford Motors, Chevy, Texaco, Citicorp, IBM, Philip, Hewlett-Packard, Verizon, United Postal Service, UPS, and etc. are also involved, as well as other stock holding corporations. There are 16 pages of the names of corporations that hold these stocks amounting to billions and billions of dollars. Of course, the money generated is all off budget, with no accounting to the people. Even through the Correction Corp of America, through the Payne Weber Group, is acting in the capacity of the United States of America. American Legislative Exchange Council promotes privatization of the prison system. Paul Webrick, maybe misspelled, runs what is called the Free Congress Foundation, which owns the American Legislative Exchange Council. The reason the foundation and the Cornell Company are all involved as well. I, Jerry Cirrus, a Republic of Texas National American Sovereign, neutral, non-combatant by law, declare to all corporate combatant federal and or state agents and or third on parties that I am not a corporation or a United States state, created fiction. I am accepting all oaths and affirmations declared under penalties of perjury, so help me God, and returning all actions from the same being brought, sought against me for want of geographical jurisdiction and venue.